Women recruiting for the Army, Japan, 1940. CEOs of 7 major United States tobacco companies testify under oath that nicotine is not addictive, 1994. The cast of the TV series Friends from the 1990s. Immigrants being sworn in as citizens. A suffragette speaks to a crowd of men in an American city in the early 20th century. A crew inspects damage to a B-17G flying fortress from anti-aircraft fire at RAF Bassingbourn, England. The damage was sustained during a raid on Munich, Germany on July 6, 1944. A Meccan merchant and his Circassian slave, picture taken in Mecca between 1887 and 1888. Lorna Barnicoat of North Key House, Falmouth, hangs out her washing in the back garden of her home, with 14-month-old baby David kept inside a lobster pot for safety, 1949 United Kingdom. Lucinda Hollingsworth on a raft, 1959. A mother comforting her child during the Blitz 1940s. Firemen put out blaze at a building on 101st Street at First Avenue burned in 1975, while children play basketball, Harlem, New York City. Abandoned Children, London, 1905. (1960). Argentine-American actress Linda Cristal congratulates viewers on the new year in various languages. Debbie Harry singing with Kermit the Frog, 1980. A mother and child prepare food while wearing gas masks. French countryside, World War I. Marilyn Monroe posing for a photographer. A portrait of a Maori woman whose face is adorned with tattoos. Coal breaker boys outside the Woodward coal mines in Kingston, Pennsylvania. Their job was to detach impurities from coal as it traveled down conveyor belts, sitting for hours on wooden benches, picking impurities like slate and rock from coal by hand. Circa 1890. Hydroplane designed by Frank Herbert Burt Harriman, 1915. Seminole woman walking 2 pets, pigs on leash around 1910 in Stuart, Florida. Aerosleys Ka-30, Soviet Union. Coney Island beaches long before swimming became fashionable. Viberti Golden Dolphin, 1950s. The Bear Cub and the Pelican. Soldiers wearing Zelensky comment gas masks, World War I, 1916. The aftermath of the explosion in downtown Oklahoma City, April 19, 1995, United States. The beautiful Barbara Eden at the bowling alley in the 1960s enjoying one of her favorite pastimes. Oswald Mosley, future founder of the British Union of Fascists, Franklin D. Roosevelt, future United States President, and Lady Cynthia Mosley, fishing in Florida, February 1926. Zitkala Shah, photographed here around 1898. She was the founder of the National Council of American Indians, helped expose corruption and exploitation of native oil rights in Oklahoma in 1923. Broken Bulb, Deborah Dixon for Helene Curtis, photo by William Helburn for Altman Stoller, 1960. Soviet invasion of Czechoslovakia, 1968. The wedding of Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner. Newly built F-4, U Corsair and F-6F, Hellcats being prepared to be shipped to the Pacific Theater, United States, 1944. Vivian Kubrick with her father, 1990s. Amelia Earhart deep sea diving off Block Island, Rhode Island, July 25, 1929. The moment President Kennedy signed the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty in the Peace Hall on October 7, 1963. Mick Jagger and Ronnie Wood, 1977. Alain Delon with his son Anthony in Saint-Tropez, 1966. Al Pacino and his father, Sal Pacino, 1949. Testing roller skates with a hand sail, Berlin, 1920s. Martin, aerodynamic, 1928, United States. A young girl hits her head against the door. Photographed in Seoul, 1958. The chariot race scene from the 1959 film Ben-Hur. Mona Lisa is taken out from its secret hiding place during World War II, 1945. On February 19, 1972, 5 armed militants of the United Red Army seized the building of the Asama Sanso Mountain boarding house and took the boarding house manager's wife hostage. Japanese engineering tank Sokosagyoki, World War II. A group of women discussing posture during a session at Trans World Airlines' stewardess school in Kansas City, Missouri, 1961. Fencers Sports Parade on Red Square, Moscow, 1936. Lucille Barkley, 1950. A crowd watches a British airship fly over the port of Ostend during World War I. 1914. Artist unknown. Arnaldo Tamayo Mendes, the first black man in space, 1980. Alicia Keys at her prom in 1997. Soapbox racing, 1960s. A downed American P-51 Mustang fighter that had entered Swiss airspace and was attacking Swiss Air Force aircraft, 1944. Selection was one of the most terrifying features of Auschwitz-Birkenau. Upon arrival, prisoners were forced into lines where SS officers made rapid decisions about who would live temporarily and who would die immediately. Heinz Joachim Nickel is overcome with emotion as arriving in West Germany with his son, November 11, 1989. Maya Yinglin, the Yale architecture student who submitted the winning design, holds the final design for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, which will be built near the Lincoln Memorial in Washington. Explosion of house number 19 on the street. Guryanov after the terrorist attack by specialists from the Ministry of Emergency Situations photo by Anton Denisov, 1999. Mercedes-Benz W125 World Record Car, 1938. The last picture of the cast of Friends before they became famous in 1994. goalkeeper. A traffic policeman with a new baton-like flashlight in Kharkov, 1932. The photo that illustrates the class divide in pre-war Britain, 1937. John Basilia with pet bulldog in pool. Student demonstrators in Mexico City, 1968. In 1910 to 1913, British Antarctic expedition explorer Dr. Edward Atkinson was on a mission in Antarctica, and let's just say he had his fair share of frostbite. This is what his frostbitten hand looked like one day in July 1911. American engineers blow up a bridge in a German city to prevent an attempt to attack the settlement. The Richardson biplane floatplane on the Potomac. George A. Gray at the controls. Left and right are the Richardson brothers who built the plane. Second from left is their uncle, the inspiration. Washington, D.C., 1916. Post-woman Martha Pfefferkorn rips pages out of Mein Kampf, Berlin, Germany, May 1945. Queenie, 1952 to 2011, was a captive female elephant known for her water skiing abilities and musical skills. Ice block production in the early 20th century. Philo T. Farnsworth with television transmitter in 1927. Johannesburg. Herb Ritz backflip with sand, Paradise Cove, 1987. Tupac and Jada Pinkett at high school in Baltimore, Maryland in the 1980s. A steel worker's family in their kitchen in Pittsburgh, circa 1940s. Charlie Chaplin in 1912. Picture of a sign the Germans left for their former Finnish allies, reading, "As a thanks for not demonstrating brotherhood in arms, Muonio, Lapland, Finland, October 31st, 1944. A May Day demonstration in ruined Stalingrad. In the foreground is the tale of a downed German Heinkel, He-111 bomber, May 1, 1943. Hell's Angels. The first pig to fly in the air, 1909. Carnival 1990, photographer František Dostal. Eilef Bråten photographed in Bø, Norway in circa 1895. Bråten made a living traveling from village to village repairing cups and vessels, as well as working as a cobbler and tinsmith. A French girl looks at a German soldier with disbelief. 1941. The Hidden Fan. 1949. A hotel chef watches from behind a screen as Marlene Dietrich gives a press conference at the Savoy Hotel. A young Native American mother and child, train station circa 1930. Cat eyeglasses and wonderful hair, 1972. A protest rally in London's Trafalgar Square on April 3, 1961, calling for nuclear disarmament. The release of American hostages from Iran on January 20, 1981. Eleanor Roosevelt clearing the slums of Detroit. A car that was driven into a motel pool, the driver was arrested on suspicion of driving while intoxicated. Costa Mesa, California, March 18, 1984. Lenin's mausoleum in the snow, 1930s. From the great Vivian Maier, New York City, 1954. Katharine Hepburn and her sisters, Margaret and Marion, in 1939. President John F. Kennedy, Clara Malraux, André Malraux, the French Minister of Culture, and First Lady Jackie Kennedy in front of the Mona Lisa in Washington, D.C. in 1963. Greenpeace tries to prevent the dumping of radioactive waste into the ocean, 1982. Mayor of Minneapolis. Hubert Humphrey is picked up by supporters during the 1948 Democratic National Convention. Burlesque actress Blaise Starr, 1950s. Cannes Film Festival, 1980. From the series Beware of Balloons, 1977. Photographer František Dostal. A Palestinian Bedouin mother from the Jahalin tribe holds her 1-week-old baby and expresses her anger after the Israeli army demolished her home in the Ma'ale Adumim area, on the road from Jerusalem to Jericho in the West Bank, on November 19, 1997. 23-year-old Sean Connery competing in a Mr. Universe pageant in 1953. Young initiate of the Senufo people wearing an impressive headdress. Ivory Coast, 1936. Doctors' protective clothing against plague, 1900s. Halloween Party, 1959. Adolf Hitler encourages a Hitler Youth boy on his last birthday, a few days before his death. April 20th, 1945, Berlin, Germany. Contrasts of the end of the USSR, August 19, 1991, Moscow. Stanley Kubrick, Subway Train, New York City, 1946. Amelia Earhart pointing out the White House to First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt after they snuck out of a party and took an impromptu flight to Baltimore and back in 1933. Champagne Picnic in Central Park, New York, 1956. Danish gymnast at the 1908 Games in London, perfectly dismounting the pommel horse. An elephant from the Amar Brothers Circus plows in occupied France, 1941. Santos Dumont circles the Eiffel Tower in dirigible number 5, July 13, 1901. Jackie Kennedy and Coretta Scott King gathered for Martin Luther King's funeral, April 1968. Protesters marching for the Scottsboro, 1933. German soldiers burn the captured banner of the Latvian Soviet Socialist Republic, 1941. Little Prince William is saluted in 1986. Action Funeral of the Ruble, 1998, Moscow. Participants in this action carried rubles in tiny coffins next to the Central Bank of the Russian Federation during the economic crisis of 1998. Marianne Faithfull, 1968. Winston Churchill and his wife, Clementine, 1910. Last image of Sharon Tate, taken on August 6, 1969. Wreckage of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 in the Andes, where 16 survivors endured 72 days before rescue, October 13, 1972. Royal Progress, London, 1911. The legendary fight between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, 1996. Civilians from a destroyed village watch captured German prisoners pass by. Voronezh, USSR, 1942.